Live from the Northwell Ice Center in Eisenhower Park, New York, we welcome you to this special presentation of the Battle for Bragging Rights on LI Sports Network. Two longtime travel hockey rivals meet again on a special occasion as the Long Island Gulls 16U AAA team face off against Garth Snow's PAL Junior Islanders 16U AAA squad. Michael Andrew here, ready to bring you the action, and one team has made their entrance onto the ice for warm-ups. It's the visitors who are wearing pink, donning the colors for this special occasion, the Long Island Gulls. A lot of familiar faces on the ice for this team, most notably St. Anthony's students, by representing his travel hockey team here today, Logan Rankowski, the future Harvard University NCAA D1 forward. We'll soon see who will get the starting nod for the Gulls here today, whether it's Zachary Ferris or Jason Kai. For the last time when he played the Junior Islanders, he picked up a big shutout victory in the Invitational Weekend Tournament from a few weeks back earlier this month. The Junior Islanders have made their way onto the ice for warm-ups. Garth Snow positioned on the bench as he watches on his team getting their reps in before the two squads go into battle for this pivotal showdown here on the second day of March of 2022. As the PA announcer mentioned here in this facility, both of these teams are gearing up for what should be a very fun and exciting contest. Even though no points will be up for grabs, as it will be all for a fun cause. It'll be for a great cause, for one of Long Island's own, who is somewhere in this building watching on as these two great organizations come together for another thrilling showdown. Yeah. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time, we ask that the spectators please rise and remove your caps as we salute our nation with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention towards the center ice area, where we will have a ceremonial pump round. Welcome to the ice, NCDC Junior Islanders head coach Mike Marcoux, PAL Junior Islanders Executive Director Tom Palmera, Long Island Gulls Executive Director Vinny Smith, former Long Island Duck and the first man to professionally score 50 goals on Long Island, hockey legend Buzzy the Shanks. Michelle McGee and Chelsea Whitney representing the American Cancer Society. Thank you. And now, let's play hockey!
A beautiful ceremony with Mike Marcoux, who is represented here today as he continues his long battle with cancer, which we wish him the best going forward with. The two teams will now get ready for this much anticipated exhibition battle. Ethan Raminetti getting the starting nod over Belmore Merrick's Chris Giulio for the PAL Junior Islanders, while starting in between the pipes for the Long Island Gulls is Dale Barton School Preparatory's Jason Kai, who picked up the 10-0 shutout the last time the two teams engaged in battle as we get this contest underway. First period at the Northville Ice Center, as this one is carried in but canceled out right there by the Junior Islanders. Vito Massa taking the test right there by the Gulls player as this one is wrapped off the glass. Massa throws the body. Isles trying to push it back in as the Gulls come up with it. Long Island Gulls trying to advance. closer in the zone. And the Isles stand their ground that time. Pops forward. Going back to grab it. Genovese. As this one is angled all the way down to the end boards for icing. There is the future Harvard Crimson, Logan Rinkowski, making his first appearance on the ice for the Gulls. As the Junior Islanders trying to make their presence felt inside the zone, but here come the Gulls going the other way. Trevor Connolly taking this one on a journey, and he'll bring it back to the point. Connolly looking for a man open. Connolly with the chance, and that time it was stopped by Raminetti, who holds up. Richard Russoretto wins the faceoff draw back to the point. And this one is tossed down low and wrapped around the boards. Isles trying to get to it. They're able to cover up some ground. Here comes Franks. Franks, who picked up a hat trick in that same week where they played against the Gulls. Except Franks did that against the Long Island Royals squad in a big 7-3 victory. Lucas Lee. An eventful week for him and his Junior Islanders teammates here today. Chris Guglielmo, Michael Calabrese, Justin Wasserman winning the Catholic High School Varsity Hockey Championship, representing the Chaminade Flyers, as this one got stopped off the pad of Raminetti, and it's floated out, which will be regrouped by the Gulls rather quickly. And here's Griffin Erdman getting ahead of Russoretto. That chance wouldn't go for him. Battling against the half wall right there, trying to push forward near the goal was Trace Day. Day trying to spin off his man as the Isles get a hold of it. Calabrese. Popped out of the zone. Gulls getting to it as this one is swung across. Back to grab it is Russoretto. He'll chip this one off the glass as the Gulls try to force this one out of the zone. Gulls attempting to advance right there. That was Anthony Capello. And he'll send it across to his intended target in sight, who wraps this one off the glass. That was Riley Mullen. Hard hit down low as the Isles try to cover ground. And they'll clear this one out of the zone and go for a line change while the Gulls attempt to get back in very quickly. Here they come. Long Island Gulls closing in. And that chance just missed off the body of the player that charged towards the nets. And set back to the point. Mullen drops it onto the stick of Ben Yurchuk, Northeastern University commit, trying to make an impact here today for the Gulls on this special occasion. Shot from the top, save Raminetti, rebound, score! The Long Island Gulls strike first. So persistence pays off for the Gulls offense as they get the first one on the board here in the opening period. And now we'll see if the Junior Islanders can answer back quickly. Gulls trying to advance back in the zone. Offsides called that time. Jamison Slews gets credited with the goal as Griffin Erdman was also in front of the nets trying to jab it home. So it's Slews who puts his team on the board first here in the opening frame. Another offsides called here.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, if you haven't done so already, be Be sure to get your puck forward, chuck a puck. Your chance to get a puck. Chuck it on the ice and win a prize. That's chuck a puck coming up between periods 1 and 2.
This one is feathered across, but it got cut off right there by the Isles, and they'll try to push this one back towards the net of the Gulls zone, but it won't out, and Gulls go the other way before relinquishing back to the Isles, who then toss it in deeper. On the hunt for the Isles. It's number 63 as Terranova tries to get to it. Pinch in there to try to make something happen. Syosset product, Zachary Knoll. It's taken back by the Gulls. Here's Day slamming on the brakes as he looks for a man open. Tosses it in front. Russaretto. And that chance got stopped by Raminetti, who was able to close the gap. Thomas Doyle, Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls star on the ice for the Junior Islanders, representing his travel team here today for a great cause. This one is angled across and carried in further by Connolly. Fed over as the Gulls get closer to the net, and the save is made that time by Raminetti. Drive from the point by Mullen on the rebound, and that one got blocked in front. Isles trying to deliver for their netminder the other way. There's the check laid right there by Russaretto. Franks able to create some separation. Franks with the chance, and that one skittered off a stick, but it remains in the zone, bouncing around. Doyle pops this one down low. Isles can't cover ground as the Gulls come up with a clear, and Logan Rinkowski almost met his fate right there from number 45 of the Isles, Kadriov. Hurl and drag attempt to win and go off the stick of Erdman. Here's Yurchuk. Gulls working the puck down low, and that one was stopped by Raminetti. Rebound front, Yurchuk tried to drop it back to his intended target as the Gulls try to bounce their way back into the zone. Here's Sluice trying to hound it away from the Isles. Isles getting close on the turnover. Here they come, and it just misfires off the stick of that player, number 11. Penalty called here, the first one of the day. It's going for tripping. Not the start the Isles were looking for. Trailing by a goal here in the first and committing the first penalty in this contest as Kieran Laffey committed the infraction, and the Gulls will activate the power play unit for the first time today. Thomas Zacco trying to get to it as the Isles get the first clear immediately. Here come the Gulls back in the zone. Russaretto trying to maneuver his way past the defense right there down low as Zacco plays it back to the point. Genovese got it over. Now it's on the stick of Russaretto. Russaretto down low, back in front. At the top, Genovese, one-time chance, but Zacco wouldn't go. Rebound, pinballing in front, and now it goes back to the point with Kim sliding over to Genovese, who then gives it onto the stick of Zacco. Fed across. Connolly takes it back to the point. Connolly with speed. Driving down low, lost the handle of it. Now he regathers it before dishing it onto the stick of Genovese, who then swings it back over to the Gulls player that was positioned at the top. Connolly again working behind the goal. Now he looks for a man open, settling things down a bit. Zacco returns it back onto the stick. Connolly then returns the feed over to Zacco across. And that chance was denied right there by a block in front. Connolly observing. Drops it onto the stick of Genovese. Genovese gives it back onto the stick of Zacco. Zacco dips the shoulders. He tries to create some separation. Zacco gives it to that man, number 15, Balsland. Now it's played on the stick of Erdman. Erdman. Yurchuk. Balsland. Back to Yurchuk. Yurchuk down low. Look at the movement right here by the Gulls. They try to execute beautifully on this power play, and that one we misfired. Rebound. It stays out somehow. Ethan Raminetti kept that one out of the net. And this remains a 1-0 game as the Gulls are forced out of the zone, but right back in they come, looking to set up another play, but they go off sides. Here's a look at the replay of Raminetti shutting the door on Ben Yurchuk. Yurchuk at the top. That was actually number 14, Griffin Erdman, who comes close yet again to potting home a goal for himself here in this period. This one is tossed ahead, trying to get to it. It's Rusaretto. Rusaretto tried to stash it in front to no avail. Isles trying to take off the other way. And here's a chance for Zachary Knoll, but he loses it to Mullen. Mullen slams on the brakes as he tries to escape from the Isles clenches. Junior Islanders trying to set something up in the zone, and this one got wheeled in front, but it missed the reception as the Gulls are able to get a hold of it again. Hard hit thrown right there behind the play, and play stops. Sacco being hounded right there by the Isles again as the Gulls pop this one forward. Coming in with speed, Connolly to the net. He just missed wide right there. Almost another beautifully executed goal by the Gulls offense. Franks sends this one in deep. Isles trying to get themselves on the board with 7 minutes to go here in the first. Logan Rinkowski goes off sides, and we'll have another face-off draw. Interesting to note, Logan Rinkowski goes to St. Anthony's, yet doesn't play on the St. Anthony's varsity hockey team. However, it's for a good reason as Rinkowski gears up for a massive future down the road playing for the Harvard Crimson, but he's nonetheless happy for his school, who captured their second championship of the month. As the Gulls work their way down low in front, juggled right by the goal, as this one is carried down low once more. Ben Yurchuk feeds it across. Here come the Gulls back in. This one's tossed on net, but that one was stopped off the stick of Raminetti. Yurchuk trying to knife it free as everyone begins to converge along the half wall. Down low, Erdman tried to dish it in front, and now he's getting aggressive down low with his opponents. This one is sent in from the top, but it got blocked off in front, and it'll go for a clear by the Isles. Rusaretto and the Gulls attempting to reset cleanly. And this one is feathered into the end boards. Icing waved off as Day tries to cover ground. This one sent on net. Stops right there off the pad of Raminetti. And we get a stoppage of play for the high sticking call made by the official. Another face-off draw here in the goal zone as the Isles inch closer and closer to knotting this thing up with 5.5 to go in the opening period. This one played on the stick of Arias. Now Mosa tries to advance it back in the zone. Mosa lost it right there as Day tries to extricate from the pressure given to him by the Isles player. Genovese Day stashes it in deep on the hunt for the Gulls. Pasha Barnachik. There's Laffey. Isles attempting to gallop out of the zone without any damage done to them as they trail by a goal. Looking for a better start than they intended to have in this rematch against their longtime rivals. Jamison Sluice, the man with the only goal scored tonight, is back on the ice for the Gulls. Here he comes in the zone. Sluice with a shot, he scores! A rocket off the stick of Jamison Sluice makes it 2-0. It didn't take long for one player in this contest to pick up a pair of goals, and it has been done by Jamison Sluice, whose name will be heard over the public address announce system. Wow! Snipe City, 3-0 Gulls. Harvard's gonna love this kid. Logan Rinkowski, a bullet upstairs past Raminetti. And the Gulls offense has struck in the matter of seconds. Across, and that time Zacco was shut down by Raminetti. Gulls working the puck down low. Hungry for more as they continue to make their presence felt inside the Junior Islander zone. Connolly pinned up against the boards, looking for help to try to dig it out of the little scrum in the corner. Zacco got it across. Moen in the slot. Kick save made that time by Raminetti. Isles feverishly attempting to get on the board as they trail by 3 in the first. Sluice battling his way in front, almost stashing it onto the stick of Yurchuk. Centering chance, score. And there's the goal by Griffin Erdman he's been looking for, 4-0. Day tripped up heading into the zone. No penalty called here. Trace Day tried to swing it back as the Gulls get another chance on net. Loose in the crease, but it stays out that time. Isles trying to get a hold of it. One player lost their stick on the Gulls. And that was number 27, Anthony Capello. Here come the Gulls back in the zone. Another chance, that time swallowed up in the glove of Raminetti.
Ladies and gentlemen, all this hockey can go hungry and head on over to Relly's right here in the lobby for some classic Italian favorites. And remember that the percentage of all meals sold today goes directly to today's event. So eat up with the Relly's.
Russaretto and the Gulls trying to reset cleanly as this one is forced out of the zone by themselves. Isles trying to touch it back the other way as the Gulls make their way back in the zone. Russaretto trying to find a lane, and that chance was denied right there by Raminetti. Gulls keep it in the zone. Ross over to Boseland. Boseland shifting in the middle. Another chance on net, and that time it was stopped by Raminetti, who holds up. Nice pirouette maneuver right there by Connolly. Connolly trying to shake off his man in front. Connolly back at the point. Connolly dishes it across. Score! A beautifully executed feed by Trevor Connolly. That was finished in front of the nets. By the looks of it, that was Ben Yurchuk, or was it number 17, David Ross? Either one of them, they were both on the ice, have made it 5-0. And we'll wait for official confirmation of the goal over the loudspeaker in a few moments. Here's the final minute of play being announced first for the opening frame. Isles now finding themselves facing a huge mountain to climb entering the second period. And with the way the Gulls are moving the puck, it may not be over before the second period even starts. Connolly drops this one in deep, and he'll head to the bench for a line change. Watch out here, and it wasn't as bad as we anticipated right there. As Kyle Kim tried to load the boom, and loading the boom off his stick was Trace Day, but just misfired. This will do it for one. 5-0. Long Island Gulls. And both teams will head off to the dressing room for an ice cut intermission.
Ladies and gentlemen, the score by one period of play. Gulls 5, Junior Islanders 0. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
So both teams exit the playing surface as fans will get a chance to chuck a puck for a good cause. And we'll take a break while all of this is happening. And we'll be back for the second period puck drop in a few moments right here on the LI Sports Network. just a minute and a half away from the start of the second period as both teams make their way back out onto the ice for a brief skates. And we'll get these next 15 minutes of hockey underway before you know it. It's Michael Andrew back here to deliver you the action. And if there's one team that's delivering in the offensive department, then look no further than the team that's wearing pink. Long Island Gulls, powered by 2 goals from Jamison Sluice, and the others coming from Logan Rankowski, David Ross, and the latest, Griffin Erdman, who finished up the job after the Gulls continued to work the puck magnificently inside the Isles zone, which we might expect more from in the next coming moments. It's safe to say this Long Island Gulls team is loaded with talents. We already touched down on one of them being Logan Rankowski. There are a few other ones that stand out and will be looking to make an impact throughout this contest. Northeastern University prospect Ben Yurchuk. And we'll see how he does in that regard. In those regards, Nicholas Fascia, Penn State University commits. You haven't seen him on the ice. We're wondering if he's even in the building for tonight, for this special occasion. And here we go, meeting at center ice, the man I just mentioned, Ben Yurchuk, taking the draw against that man, Justin Wasserman. And this goes for icing. Speaking of Justin Wasserman, he had himself quite the night on Monday, hoisting the St. Patrick's Cup for the Chaminade Flyers, as Chaminade was able to successfully defend their title and go back-to-back. Now they'll aim to look and make it 3 in a row when the season gets underway this October. Right now they'll be gearing up for states, as Wasserman is looking to make an impact here today for the Isles, as that one was stopped by the starting netminder for the Gulls. That man, Jason Kide. You can tell these kids are having a lot of fun out on the ice, just by the way they're playing, but also based on the fact that there are no points involved, and this is just another day in the office for the team that's wearing pink. Carrying this one up forward, Long Island Gulls. Here comes Connolly. Connolly dangling through his legs, attempting to slam on the brakes and maybe set it back to the point, which is where the puck is located. Kim sent it across. Gulls trying to close in towards the goal, and that time it was canceled out. And here's a big chance for the Isles. Here in the second, Franks trying to get one to go, and it was bouncing around, and it prevented the Isles from capitalizing that time. Logan Rankowski back on the ice for the Gulls as he looks to put one home again, just like he did in the later moments of the first period, in a very emphatic way. One player taking the task heavily, and then there's another one. And the hips erupt. However, that one's going to be called a penalty just by clear indication of the starting netminder, Zachary Ferris, heading to the Gulls bench. While now in the Gulls trying to negate the impending power play that's going to come to them with another scoring opportunity if this succeeds, which it will not. However, they will head to the man advantage for the second time in this contest. Face-off draw won by the Gulls. Boslin sends it across. Chance at a slot. Kick save made that time by Reminetti to deny that chance, but it stays alive in the zone. Connolly gets it onto the stick of Yurchuk. Yurchuk. Boslin. And to the point. Here's Yurchuk. Drops it right there. Here's Knoll trying to spring his way out of the zone, and look at the hustle to try to prevent him from going the other way by Ben Yurchuk as Rinkowski sets it back to the point. Boslin feeds it over to Yurchuk. Yurchuk back in the slot, and that chance skittered off a stick and into the corner. Yurchuk trying to set it back to the point. Everyone closing in down low. Rinkowski moving into a different location. Yurchuk gets a hold of it again before feeding it onto the stick of Boslin. Boslin drops it onto the stick of Rinkowski and back over to Yurchuk. Yurchuk waiting, delaying. Yurchuk feeds it down low, gets the feed back. Gulls continuing to work the puck with under a minute left on the man advantage. And that chance by Rinkowski got denied that time by Reminetti, but it remains in the zone. Boslin gets it onto the stick of Connolly. Connolly dangling. Lacrosse maneuver! And it almost succeeds for Trevor Connolly. And how amazing would that have been in this special occasion? We saw one other Gulls player almost do that against this same very team by the name of Richard Russoretto. And I was anticipating something like that to be attempted here today. Connolly on that chance was denied. And here's another look at this near unbelievable play by Trevor Connolly. Wow. It's funny that we're talking about lacrosse goals, as this one is stopped by Raminetti, because we had one a few weeks back scored by St. Chim's Thomas Konkowski, who I will have the privilege of calling tonight as the Arrows take on the Rebels. And once this game concludes, I'll be making the long journey back over to Dix Hills to call that game, which will be streamed by yours truly, the LI Sports Network. Stay tuned for that. But right now, we still got to handle business between these two foes as the team in pink continues to dominate the Baby Blues. Here's Connolly trying to ride his way into the goal, and he takes a ride down to the ice, which will draw a penalty. The third of the contest committed by the Isles. Or is this going to be on the Gulls as we await to see which player is getting escorted to the box? And my mistake, it is the man that almost scored that lacrosse goal, Trevor Connolly, who is sent to the box for the latest infraction. The first penalty committed by the visitors here tonight. And this will give the chance for the PAL Junior Islanders to strike on the power play. So Chris Giglio in net for the Isles now after Raminetti had a rough start in the first. So this switch was made during intermission. We can only assume, or we assume the switch was made during intermission by head coach Garth Snow as he looks for a different story this period than what he saw in the last. Terranova drops it down low. Ryan Franks trying to get to it as Russoretto protects against the big body of Franks. Long Island Gulls attempting to advance out of the zone, and this will stop play for the offsides. Want to clarify that teams trying to team wish they had a better start, and that shouldn't be all on the shoulders of the goalie Raminetti as this one. So just wanted to make that clarification that shouldn't fall on the shoulders of Raminetti. And we'll see if the switch pays off for Garth Snow as Giglio, and we saw a couple of weeks ago, start in net for the Belmore Merrick Bulldogs in pursuit of a county championship. And he was in the spotlight for unfortunate reasons due to leaving the game late with a horrible injury, and it wasn't disclosed as to how bad the injury was, but all we know is that it definitely had an impact against how Belmore Merrick lasted against Long Beach in that semifinal matchup. So Chris Giglio, as you can see, with him standing in net, is healthier than ever. And that's a great sight we are all witnessing here tonight. Long Island Gulls fall to a 5-on-3 disadvantage now. And for the Isles, there's some hope on their side to get on the board here in the second. Guglielmo Calabrese, the Chaminade Flyers, representing the Isles, trading feeds. And here comes the Gulls out of the box. Score!
Lost my monitor.
Six 0 to score. Connolly adds another one to the board after coming very close by mere inches of executing the biggest play of the night, and we get another stoppage of play for that in front of us. Chance in front, and that one almost got a piece of Giglio, who tried to get a hold of that with the glove hand. Hard collision down low between Trace Day and one of the Isles players. And trying to reset here is the Gulls. Isles get a hold of the puck. Here they come, motoring in, Lucas Lee. Lee trying to set it back to the point, and it's taken back by the Gulls, who go the other way. Rusaretto denied that time by Giglio, and he'll hold up. So it's been a great performance so far for Zachary Ferris. We got the starting nod over Jason Kai, as I previously assumed at the top of the broadcast, so my apologies. There's Franks. Isles getting close to the goal. One player got taken down in front. The Isles tried to stay in the zone. Here comes Kim. Kim trying to finagle his way past the defense. And the Isles get back into the Gulls territory. Franks trying to drive in, and look out! And the Gulls respond, which will result in coincidental minors to both combatants. For those tuning in, thank you for keeping me in tune for the latest trending stories or updates in regards to the Gulls players. As one player I was wondering where he was, the future Penn State University defenseman Nicholas Fascia. Well, I got my answer through the chat, so thank you very much for letting me know that the future Nittany Lion is not in the lineup due to injury. And I was also told that the starter for tonight's contest for the Gulls was Zachary Ferris and not Jason Kai, and Ferris is also another college commit who was looking to replicate what Kai did a few weeks back against the same very team! Oh my goodness, he almost did it again! He was very close. That was the second time in this game that Trevor Connolly has attempted to score on the lacrosse maneuver. Chris Gilio lost his glove, and that caused the disruption of play. Make no mistake, folks, if Connolly does succeed with that maneuver, you won't be hearing my voice at the baritone level as much, just by the reaction. We can only predict. Wow. That kid's got confidence. Here's Franks. Gulls motoring back the other way. And hopping onto the bench slowly was Ben Yurchuk. And we'll see how he performs for the rest of this contest. And here come the Isles. Going the other way, Ryan Franks on a breakaway, stopped by Zachary Ferris. And we get a penalty from that. Third power play for the Isles this period. Committing the penalty for the Gulls was Kyle Kim, as the Isles attempt to get on the board with 6:40 to go here in the second. Save made. Rebound! Oh my goodness! Chris Gilio! He dove across to rob Griffin Erdman. And we'll see if that gives the Isles some motivation to get on the board. Holy cow! Here come the Isles in the zone. And that chance was denied off a block in front. Laffey got taken to task right there in the neutral zone. Here is Calabrese. Calabrese motoring back into the Gulls territory. Isles trying to work their way to their first goal of the contest And that time it was stopped in the body of Zachary Ferris. And do we have a replay of the Giglio save? Gulls trying to advance out of the zone as the Isles are down to a minute left on the man advantage. And look at this puck movement right here by the team in the baby blue jerseys, supporting their good friend, their head coach, or one of the head coaches of the Isles organization, Mike Marcoux. Here come the Gulls closing in. Save made that time by Giglio. Watch out! Trace Day levels the Junior Islanders player. But Chris Giglio gets the better end of that sequence. Long Island Gulls flexing their muscles here tonight. And there is Trevor Connolly, who is oh so hungry to score a goal like that. And he came very close to scoring twice in his back-to-back attempts. Here come the Isles making their way in the zone, but they couldn't advance closer to the goal. Isles in the corner, jammed up down low. Gulls working their way back in the Isles territory. Connolly drops it onto the stick of Zacco. He scores. Thomas Zacco. Well, it's sad to bring you this news, folks. I unfortunately have to leave at the conclusion of this second period, so I will not be around for the very end. Due to, for a very good and important reason, we got Long Island Rebels Arrows hockey with major implications up for grabs tonight at Dix Hills. And it's for the 16U AA Championship. Division 15U AA Championship, which we'll have on the LI Sports Network. And here's a penalty going here against the Gulls. That was Ben Yurchuk getting too aggressive with Vito Mossa with 3:01 to go. One is feathered onto at the point, and Calabrese tries to stash it down low, and this will lead to a two-man advantage for the Isles as the Gulls take back-to-back penalties, and this time heading to the box. So first penalty was by Griffin Erdman, second penalty Alex Bosland. 14 and 15. Out of contention for the time being. Under 3 minutes left here in the seconds. And it begins with a tie-up on the draw right there inside the goal zone. Isles trying to set themselves up for some perfection here on the man advantage. Or I should say the two-man advantage. So Griffin Erdman had the first penalty for roughing, as it was just announced from the public address announcer here tonight at the Northwell Ice Center. Calabrese. Now Alex Boslin committed the tripping infraction. And look at the maneuvering by Trace Day. And then the Gulls player ends up on top of Chris Giglio, and oddly enough, that was the same situation that Chris Giglio experienced in the semifinals game, except it was one of his own players that fell on top of him, which caused the injury to Giglio and resulted in the Bulldogs netminder being knocked out of contention. Two minutes left here in the second. Obviously not the result the Isles, not the game the Isles wanted to see happen for them. Trevor Connolly trying to take it back, or that was David Ross. Ross held up. Here's Connolly. Almost dragged the puck onto his forehand as it looked like he was heading towards that familiar area where he's kick-started that lacrosse maneuver campaign. Here's Connolly. Connolly trying to shake off his man, and he was tripped up heading into that same area. Isles pushing the other way. A minute and 15 to go. They come close to the net, score! And there it is. Coach Mike Marcoux, that was for you. 7-1. Despite the score being shown, the fans got a chance to rise out of their seats to see their team put one in the back of the nets. Goal gets announced, and the Gulls come close to scoring another one, and Chris Giglio was able to hold on for dear life. And Michael Liu was the one that scored the latest goal of the contest, the first of the night by the PAL Junior Islanders, donning their baby blue jerseys for the great cause that both of these teams are partaking for. So far, when it comes to the skill and finesse that both of these teams have shown, it's delivered immensely. Competition-wise, that's another story. But luckily, neither team has to worry about any change in points or status when it comes to the standings, as this is an exhibition game. We're being, this. So there is just about 30 seconds left remaining on the Kieran Laffey penalty. Vito Massa got a check in from behind penalty. It's Chris Giglio sprawls down and makes another stop. Gulls continue to work the puck inside the zone, and it was kept out again by Chris Giglio. Another chance, one-timer, fanned right there by Erdman. Rebound the slot, and this one goes screaming wide of the cage. 5 seconds and 4. And that does it for 2. 7-1, the Gulls lead. Chris Chilio making some big stops near the end of the period, and we say goodbye, or I say goodbye, but we're staying on here for the rest of the night because I got to hightail over to Dix Hills for Long Island Arrows, Long Island Rebels championship matchup. See you soon, everyone. Good night.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, be sure to stick around for the game number 3 of this 3-game event. We will be playing John Coffee between period 22 and the next game as well. So if you didn't win tonight, in this game, you can win the next one. Assisted by number 88, Thomas Rocco.
off the post.
Junior honors nominee number 25, Vito Massa. 2 minutes booking. Time penalty 7:32 remaining, third period. Portion of the penalty assessed to number 87, Tanner Arnold.
Gulls penalty number 93, Harrison Slice. 2 minutes remaining. Time getting real clear in third period. The last minute